he was looking at me laughing, like after the first pop.
Looking at you laughing?
Yeah, right after he shot at my car, he was laughing at me.
That woman talking about a man who randomly shot at several people back in December at a Post Falls gas station. The suspect going to trial in June. In the meantime, his defense attorneys are trying to get some of his charges dismissed. Crime 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us now live from the Kootenai County Courthouse with the very latest. Amanda?
Hi, Whitney. Tyson Sturkle is charged with a dozen felonies. And although in court documents he admitted to this shooting at the Post Falls gas station, he has pleaded not guilty to every charge. Now, security video from the Conoco gas station on Highway 41 shows the suspect aiming his rifle and shooting multiple times. This left 2 people injured, but they are expected to be okay. Investigators say Sturkle immediately left the area and carjacked 2 different vehicles. Since his arrest in December last year, the judge dismissed one of Sturkle's aggravated assault charges. Meanwhile, his defense attorneys want to see 5 more charges dropped, including aggravated battery, stolen vehicle, and robbery. Now, Sturkle's lawyers argue, based on video evidence, he could not have seen the victims he shot from where he was standing. They also say the state must prove Sturkle intended to shoot at the 2 victims. The defense believes this cannot be proven. As for the charges relating to the stolen vehicles, the defense claims there is no evidence of theft, but rather they say a series of swapping vehicles in a desperate and inherently flawed attempt to get away from someone. Now, the judge will decide on whether to dismiss these 5 charges. The trial, though, is still set for June 13th. Reporting from the Kootenai County Courthouse, Amanda Rowley, Crime 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. And Spokane police are looking for a gunman after a boy was shot last night south of the Garland district in Spokane. Police were called to the scene at North Lincoln and West Alice. That was around 9 o'clock. Initial reports say a man had been shot in the foot, although police now say the person who was shot is a male under the age of 18. We do know that the boy who was shot was taken to the hospital. Police say his injuries are not life-threatening. As of right now, Spokane police are still looking for the shooter. They do not believe the shooting was random. Spokane County deputies also searching for a suspect after another shooting at a Spokane Valley motel yesterday. One woman was critically hurt. That shooting happened at the Red Top Motel. It was in the afternoon. Detectives say they had to shut down Trent Avenue for more than 5 hours. Witnesses told police the shooter shot at 2 people. First responders took one woman to the hospital, again where she is in critical condition. The other person, though, was not injured. What started as a TikTok challenge is now causing injuries, fear, and getting some teens in trouble. Mark Hanrahan is here now to tell us about the Orbeez challenge. And first off, Mark, what in the world is Orbeez?
Well, Whitney, take a look behind me. Here's what they are right here. They're essentially water jellies, water beads, or water gems. They're super absorbent polymers that can grow to many times their original size when they are submerged in water. So they were originally invented as a way to keep moisture in soil for plants, but they're also really popular with kids, and they're all over YouTube. And now there's the latest TikTok trend, the Orbeez challenge, as you mentioned, and it has kids launching those gel-like pellets using a gel ball blaster gun. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department says they have seen an increase in assault and weapons offenses, all because of this trend. TikTok users often freeze the Orbeez balls and then shoot them at unsuspecting pedestrians with those toy guns. So locally, Coeur d'Alene police say that at this point, no serious injuries have been reported. However, people who do the challenge, well, they can be charged with a misdemeanor. So parents out there, it is a good idea to talk to your kids about the trend and the risks involved with it. Whitney?
My goodness, Mark. All right, thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break from the headlines now. We want to go outside. We are talking with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo as we talk about a much cooler day. In fact, I don't know if it's still windy out there, but it was trying to grapple on me earlier, Jeremy, and I didn't like it.
We're trying to squeeze out a little bit of moisture. Whitney, it is still windy. I'm going to have to come in and redo the hair. It's just craziness out here with these gusts. Wind now, though, coming down a bit. 18 miles per hour out of the west, and that shift in wind direction is keeping us a bit cooler. We sit at 50 degrees right now, and you can see the wind blowing a little bit of hair. 48 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 46 in Sandpoint, and temps in the mid to upper 50s out in central Washington. We're trying to warm up, but we've got that cloud cover and a little bit of moisture there in the atmosphere. Whitney mentioned a little bit of grapple. Yeah, saw some of that. I also saw a couple raindrops try to happen, but for the most part, we just don't have the moisture down low. You're squeezing out some of that with the mountainous areas up to the north and out to our east. That eventually moves out. Tomorrow morning, we wake up to some high atmospheric cloud cover, clears out throughout the day, so expect a little more sun and a little warmer temperatures tomorrow afternoon. Overnight, we'll start that clearing. Temps fall into the 30s, so it's going to be a cold one tomorrow morning.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. KREM 2 has now obtained new police reports showing violence and sexual assaults happening in Spokane public schools. Earlier this month, Spokane Police Chief Craig Meidel said the district was failing to report crimes. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk is looking through some of those documents. He's here now to show us what he found. Kyle?
Well, Whitney, we looked at more than 30 reports. The majority of them were filed by individuals, not by the schools. Some of the crimes include assaults, sexual assaults, and death threats. According to the documents, a PE teacher at Ferris High School wanted to press charges against a student who threatened to kill her back in January. That teacher told police she could not press charges until she checked with the SPS Director of Safety, who she wasn't able to reach for nearly a week. In another case, staff at Sacred Heart called police after a 14-year-old girl was brought in. She had been kicked out of school that day for being intoxicated, but hospital staff found bruises and abrasions all over her body. They told police they believe the girl had been assaulted and potentially raped at Ferris High School. Now, there are many more cases we're looking through. Yesterday, SPS told KREM 2 they won't be responding to specific questions about school safety issues while currently being investigated by the FBI.
Kyle, thank you very much. And now we want to turn to Laura Popetti because I know this is a story that you have been working on as well, and you're working on it as we get ready for our 6 o'clock newscast. What can you tell us as it pertains to these documents and what we've learned?
Yeah, we're learning more and more each day, certainly. And the question really is at this point, are kids safe when they're on campus, when they go to school? It's a question that's come up the last several weeks during a KREM 2 investigation into the school district's pivot away from calling law enforcement for support and using what's called restorative practices. So I recently spoke with a mom who said her son was assaulted on campus, he's in high school, and has gotten little support from the school. She says her son tried to do the right thing, reporting vandalism. What resulted, she said, was her son being bullied and assaulted, and that the school just didn't do enough about it.
And the kid dropped his backpack and just turned around and punched my son in the side of the face.
She says police, however, did respond to her concerns. She filed a report, but the school never, she said, followed up after that report. Now her son is scared. So we'll hear more from that mom and why the district is now not responding to questions from us. That's coming up tonight at 6.
Laura, thank you very much. And still to come here in our broadcast, I sat down with Spokane County Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich to hear his thoughts on a $1 million settlement. After the break, why he says his deputy did everything right when a man having a mental health crisis was shot and killed.